I'm Scott. I'm the co-founder of radFi. I've been working in the blockchain space for 8 years. Worked in traditional finance before that. I've built all sorts of DeFi primitives and building radFi now, which is AMM and Launchpad on Bitcoin Layer 1. radFi as a whole is the best place to mint and trade runes. That's a quick summary. And then, we tried to deliver the DeFi experience that users expect. And keeping it all on Bitcoin Layer 1. Yeah. On top of that, we wanted to solve the liquidity problem that the Bitcoin ecosystem was facing from paying so much money for miner fees during mints. So we created the virtual minting platform that recycles liquidity and enables people to trade, earn fees, and recycle that into more tokens, more launches. My parents still don't understand what I do. The only explanation that is finally making them understand is I've built a casino for people to gamble their Bitcoin and try and earn more Bitcoin. Now they understand. Very valuable service we're providing to society.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Yeah.
Runes are changing how I think about Bitcoin. I mean, that's what got me excited to build in this sector. I wasn't always building on Bitcoin, and I first learned about what you can do on Bitcoin through ordinals. First thing I did was buy a Bitcoin puppet, and just like a light bulb went off. And I was like, wow, you can save data on Bitcoin, and there's so much more that you can do with it. At this point, I think, especially now that removing the op return limit, there's so much you can do with Bitcoin that there's just a lot more opportunities to build really like the full DeFi stack. You have to make some changes, right? Because BTC itself can't really be controlled by smart contracts, but all the other data that we put into Bitcoin, we could build a lot more rules into it. So I think it's like a wide open space with a lot of opportunity to build cool stuff. Most of the liquidity for Bitcoin historically has been on centralized exchanges. Now we can do, using PSBTs, you could do large, low slippage swaps directly on Bitcoin into dollars and other assets as well. Everyone is trying to figure out a sustainable way to generate yield on BTC, and gambling on shitcoins is like a great way, funding that. The things that we're building and just runes in general, like bringing more economic activity to layer 1 is essential for the long-term sustainability of Bitcoin as a network.
You have to do it. Like sometimes you look in the mempool and
it's empty. I mean, it's like the most
that's
used
the
blockchain in the world. Like, it's the most adoption, and there's empty blocks. It's insane that more people aren't talking about the necessity of economic activity on layer 1. When we first started paying attention to the Bitcoin ecosystem, like user experience was so terrible. That was like the first problem that we really wanted to solve. Our ecosystem got a ton of attention around the halving. RunePub and ordinals, like all of them were popping off. And then when runes actually launched and the rest of the crypto community saw how they were trading and the experience around trading them, everybody left, right? And that makes sense because it sucked. So now, when Bitcoin inevitably draws attention again, products like all of ours, we're all working to improve the user experience. So next time when we do get that attention, people stay. That's what we wanted to make sure of. In terms of user experience, the main thing that we're most excited about is the trading wallet architecture, where we give the user, like the experience to the end user of instant settlement on Bitcoin, where you still have the security of Bitcoin, but you get the speed of any other network. And that was like a big unlock for us. On the fundraising side, it's like not only do you have to pitch them on like your product and what you're building, but you also have to explain like the Bitcoin ecosystem and that it exists. Like I think a lot of the funds in the West as well, like are just have no idea that there'd be so many people for a runes event. They don't even know what runes are, So there's definitely a lot of education to investors and other folks. Go ahead.
Yeah, and also on the fundraising side, right? Like you can't call Satoshi Nakamoto and say, "Hey, can I have a grant for X, Y, Z?"
Definitely.
But that's also like the beauty, because we build on an invention from someone we don't know.
Yeah, but there's no foundation like picking winners either.
Yeah, right. Yeah? So it's like fair for everyone. So,
and then the other thing I would add though is also on the building side, like the testnet environments on Bitcoin are not built for app builders. They like don't behave the way that mainnet behaves. Like you can't get really accurate test results. So ultimately, like that slowed us down a lot to the point that we just test everything in production now, and we spend real Bitcoin, real money,
and it's
testing
expensive.
our code. Yeah, like thousands of dollars on just testing our own code.
We've been testing always on mainnet, right?
Nice. So I'm glad you could corroborate that. I was actually hoping
the miners.
Yeah, it was definitely expensive to test it as well. Like just spamming the network trades, trying to stress test our app, and it was just spending, spending.
How many times you guys are spending on that? And
What's the
a
biggest?
few $1,000s at least. I
can
would say around like
can-
5K.
I can say for sure because I'm putting P&L every single month. I at least do two test transactions every month, and since we're running 12 months, probably about like 2,500 we already spend on just like basic testing.
Yeah,
it's expensive.
Maybe we should chip in and build a usable testnet instead.
Well, let's talk after the panel about that.
Yeah. Ruins Asia. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hong Kong, thank you. 谢谢.
Thank you, 谢谢.